Part 1, Introduction, and First 3 Personality Traits. Have you ever been called antisocial just because you prefer a quiet evening with a book over a crowded party, or felt guilty for turning down invitations when you'd rather enjoy your own company? Well, what if I told you that your love of solitude might actually be one of your greatest strengths, especially as you get older? Today, we're going to explore something fascinating: 7 personality traits of seniors who prefer solitude and how they lead to a longer, happier life. Now, this isn't about loneliness. It's about the conscious choice to enjoy your own company. And what researchers are discovering might surprise you. People who embrace solitude in healthy ways often live longer, think sharper, and report greater life satisfaction. Let's start with the first 3 traits that set these seniors apart, and why science says these qualities are so powerful. Trait number 1. They're masters of selective socializing. Meet 78-year-old Margaret, who hosts a monthly book club but skips most family reunions. She's not unfriendly, she's strategic. Studies from the University of California show that seniors who carefully choose when and with whom they socialize have lower stress hormones than those who force constant interaction. Here's why this works. They conserve emotional energy for meaningful connections. They avoid draining small talk that leaves them exhausted. They create space to recharge between social events. Margaret puts it perfectly. At my age, I'd rather have one deep conversation a week than 20 shallow ones. Trait number 2. They cultivate rich inner worlds. Research from Johns Hopkins reveals something remarkable. Seniors who enjoy solitary hobbies, whether painting, journaling, or birdwatching, show 30% less cognitive decline than their more socially active peers. Why? Because solitude fuels self-reflection that reduces stress, creative expression that builds new brain pathways, the ability to sit comfortably with one's thoughts. Take 82-year-old Henry, who spends mornings writing poetry in his garden. "The quiet hours are when I discover what I really think," he says. Neurologists confirm this practice strengthens what's called default mode network, the brain system linked to creativity and problem solving. Trait number 3. They're experts at setting boundaries. Here's a finding from the Journal of Gerontology that might liberate you. Seniors who confidently say no to unwanted obligations show significantly lower blood pressure and better sleep quality. The healthiest solitary seniors politely decline events they know will drain them. Protect their daily rhythms, like morning quiet time. Don't apologize for needing space. Consider 76-year-old Linda, who leaves family gatherings when the noise becomes overwhelming. "I used to stay until I was exhausted," she admits. "Now I leave while I'm still happy, and everyone respects me more for it." Now, these first 3 traits, selective socializing, rich inner worlds, and firm boundaries, already create a powerful foundation. But there's something even more surprising about how solitude lovers maintain their physical health. Part 2. Traits number 4 to 5, and the science of solitary strength. You know that feeling when you return home after a day full of social obligations, maybe a family gathering or crowded doctor's waiting room, and finally close the door behind you? That deep exhale isn't just relief. It's your body and mind entering what scientists call restorative solitude. And this brings us to our next 2 traits that set health-conscious seniors apart. Trait number 4. They harness alone time as a reset button. A fascinating study from the University of Buffalo tracked seniors' cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, throughout the day. Here's what they found. Those who scheduled regular alone time, even just 30 minutes of quiet after socializing, had 22% lower inflammation markers, better digestion because stress doesn't interrupt it, more stable moods throughout the week. Take 81-year-old Carl, a former teacher who attends church every Sunday, but spends the afternoon in his workshop restoring antique clocks. "That's when I decompress," he says. "The ticking is my meditation." Neurologists confirm rhythmic solo activities like this activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and repair mode. Try this. After social interactions, plan a solitude chaser, whether it's sitting with tea while watching birds, organizing a drawer. The mindless focus helps transition, listening to familiar music without other distractions. Trait number 5. They've mastered the art of self-companionship. Here's a counterintuitive finding from longevity research. Seniors who report rarely feeling lonely, even when alone for long periods, share one habit. They talk to themselves, not in a concerning way, but through internal dialogues. What do I really want for lunch today? Narrating tasks. Now I'll water the plants. This one's thriving. Recalling pleasant memories aloud. Psychologists call this self-distancing, and it's linked to stronger emotional regulation, better problem solving. You become your own advisor. Reduced risk of depression. Consider 79-year-old Elaine, who lives alone but says, I have great conversations with myself while gardening. Sometimes I even laugh at my own jokes. Brain scans show this practice lights up the same regions activated by social bonding, proving we truly can be our own good company. Now, these traits, using solitude to reset and becoming your own best friend, explain much of the mental health benefits. But what about physical longevity? That's where our next trait comes in, and it challenges everything we've been told about aging and activity levels. Part 3. Traits number 6 to 7 and the secret to longevity through solitude. There's a quiet revolution happening in aging research, and it's turning conventional wisdom on its head. While we've been told that staying constantly socially active is the key to longevity, new studies are revealing something unexpected. Seniors who've mastered the art of purposeful solitude often outlive their more socially engaged peers, and more importantly, they enjoy those extra years more. Let's uncover the final 2 traits that make this possible. Trait number 6. They practice purposeful pacing. Harvard's longevity study made a fascinating discovery. Seniors who balanced social interaction with deliberate alone time had significantly lower blood pressure, better mobility maintenance, fewer instances of burnout or exhaustion. The secret? They listen to their energy rhythms rather than societal expectations. Real-life example. Meet 83-year-old retired librarian Miriam. While her bridge club meets weekly, she skips every third meeting intentionally. That's my marathoner's walk day, she explains. I stroll through the cemetery reading old headstones. It's peaceful, and I always come home with fascinating stories to share next time. Gerontologists call this strategic recharging, the practice of alternating social days with solitude days, leaving gatherings before exhaustion sets in, scheduling downtime after medical appointments. Try Miriam's method. For every social commitment, block equal recovery time in your calendar. Your future self will thank you. Trait number 7. They've cultivated selective nostalgia. Here's where solitary seniors truly shine. University of Chicago researchers found those who spent about 30% of alone time reflecting on specific positive memories showed stronger immune function, better stress resilience, more optimism about aging. The key is how they reminisce. Sensory details, the smell of grandma's kitchen, revisiting moments of personal triumph, avoiding if only thinking about the past. Pro tip: keep a victory journal by your favorite chair. Whenever you recall a proud moment, whether it's raising children or that time you fixed the furnace yourself, jot down 3 concrete details. This practice builds what psychologists call ego integrity, a proven predictor of life satisfaction in later years. Nasuri bringing it all together, your solitude blueprint. Let's connect these 7 traits into a practical lifestyle. 1. Morning. Start with 15 minutes of intentional solitude. Coffee and silence, journaling. 2. Midday. Engage in one mindful solo activity, gardening, painting, etc. 3. Evening. Practice selective nostalgia. Review your victory journal. 4. Weekly. Schedule both social and solitude appointments in your calendar. Remember 91-year-old Leonard's wisdom. At this age, every no to others is a yes to yourself. Your invitation. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these solitude traits comes most naturally? Which feels most challenging? Share in the comments. Your experience might help another viewer embrace their solitary strengths. If this resonated with you, do two things. 1. Hit that like button so YouTube shows this to more seniors who need to hear it. 2. Subscribe and click the bell. We explore unconventional wisdom about aging every Thursday because here's the truth: mainstream advice won't tell you. The ability to enjoy your own company isn't just pleasant, it's a survival skill for thriving in later life. As poet May Sarton wrote, "Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. May your golden years be rich beyond measure."